My friends, I kid you not, this is the best shepherd's pie that I have ever eaten. Instead of russet potatoes, these are made with sweet potatoes. Ooh, so good. Besides its pure deliciousness, it's healthy, fun, and easy to make, especially if you're living with mental or physical disability. Easy to clean up, it's decadent. Let's get started. The very first thing is the star of the show: 2 large sweet potatoes and 1 large russet potato. Using a russet will help it to be more creamier without having to create dishes with a blender. Go ahead and put the top on and let it boil. I have here 1 cup of onions diced medium size, and I'm going to put in half and set the rest aside for our ground beef. I am a huge fan of pink Himalayan and coarse kosher salt, and I'm really old school with my measurements. That's just how I gets it done, son. But if you must, at least 1 teaspoon each of salt, pepper, onion, and garlic powder. Then you must put in 1 full tablespoon of smoked paprika. And if you're a fan, go ahead and put in extra honey. There are no mistakes in the kitchen, only trial and error and lessons to be learned. And have some fun, for goodness sakes. The energy that you build up goes into the food that you eat. And as an optional here, red pepper flakes. Now, the crudité here. This is going to bring all of those flavors together, this beef bouillon. It'll keep the sweet potatoes the star of the show, but helping the beef be highlighted, just like any good shepherd pie should. 1 tablespoon is all you need. Now all that buildup on the bottom of the pan is like the most blessed flavor pack to this cabbage. And my friends, well, at least to me, cabbage is sweet, and this combination helps bring out that sweetness. You want to go ahead and mix it well until you see a nice coloring on the cabbage. And no need to dirty another dish, just use the same bowl and make sure that the water completely covers the cabbage. You have to completely cover the cabbage. And place the top on with a medium heat, like a 6, and then let's get started on the ground beef. Next up, you want to go ahead and brown the rest of the diced onions. This brings out the sweetness of the onion. So the school of thought here is that with the sweetness of the onion and the cabbage, you will not need a huge amount of added sugars to your sweet potatoes. As you can see, I also have no oil on the onions because, well, the beef provides an ample amount. And I have 1 pound of beef here. You want to go ahead and put in some salt, pepper, and an optional, of course, again, give it a kick with red pepper flakes. Just a dash will do, along with my old school measurements of a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Mix all that together until it is brown, my friends. And I cannot stress this to you enough, how important it is to drain the beef all the way. For me, an oily shepherd's pie is a complete turnoff, and it's unhealthy. Not to mention, it tends to mask the salt. So at the end, when you're starting to eat, you may think you need to season again. And it's just so unhealthy. So I have here 1 cup of frozen peas and carrots. Go ahead and mix that in, and let's get started on these sweet potatoes. I have here a 1/2 tablespoon of salted butter. Mix that up, and as you can see, the fat from the butter and that russet potato, that 1 white potato, is making it more creamy and breaking it down as I stir. Now, as I said, I have salted butter, so just a little bit of salt is necessary, a regular amount of pepper, and a 1/2 tablespoon of thyme and a dash of cinnamon. To that, you will add 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. Stir, then use a fork to break it down, and the potatoes will get more smooth. But this is a rustic and a comfort meal, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Be positive while cooking it. Remember, your energy is going into the food. This is the fun part. Oh my kidding. The whole thing is fun. All of it. All of cooking is fun. But now we get to build and layer on all of our elements. First, the sweet potatoes. And I just love the color. Then we're going to put on our ground beef with the peas and carrots. You want to make sure to get all of it to the edges as much as possible. And baby, make it rain, my friends. I have here some sharp cheddar cheese. Next, we're going to layer on the sweet and savory cabbage. And you can use a fork to not mess up the bottom layer if you need. Now, more cheese. Another layer of sweet potatoes. Spread that on and put on the last of the ground beef. Make it rain, baby, make it rain. Then more cabbage, and then put on the last layer of sweet potatoes. And a light sprinkle of our cheese. My friends, I can already smell this. It smells divine. So yummy. But you will put this in the oven at 375 for 45 minutes, and your house will be filled with the best aromas. Now it is time to plate. If this goes well with broccoli, or like I have here, a nice side salad, my friends, the aromas, the visual of the most beautiful, brilliant colors. This dish is packed with healthy ingredients. It is a well-balanced plate. The flavors, oh my goodness, they will make your mouth sing. This is a comfort meal that your heart will remember and crave. Simple, healthy, delicious, decadent. Here's to your health. And remember, it is not just your spirituality that can define your journey. It is your journey that can define your spirituality. Bless you all. Thank you for watching. And if you feel blessed by this content, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on what is to come.